Yo, what's good, degenerates? We up, we elevated, and that was a weird ass UFC fucking fight card. I mean, a lot of weird stuff. Your boy went like 50-50 on his picks. We're gonna go over his picks, we're gonna go over the fight card, just talk a little smack over the fights because it was a really weird fight card. Like, I don't know, the pace was kind of set right from the jump. When Kai Kamaka got the decision over to go to Hope, I felt like Kai was just a better all around fighter, and he was. But again, dude, fucking Kai Kamaka has this thing about winning or having the fight go to like a split decision. He's almost kind of like fucking Chito Vera. You know what I mean? Where he just lets it get too fucking close and barely ekes by a victory, and that's exactly what happened. But dude, shout out to Dakota Hope, man. He was game and came ready to fucking fight, bro. But Kakamaka prevailed and got the decision, man. And then in the next fight, dude, the shenanigans just kept on keeping on. You feel me? Jan Barboza defeats Melissa Gatto via third round decision. This fight was so weird because Melissa Gatto was clearly a grounded opponent. I made a quick little video about it. How she got fucking soccer kicked in the throat, man. And then Chris Tognoni's fucking doing everything, doing the laundry list, doing his grocery list, not really fucking really taking control of the fight because he was kind of like flabbergasted as to what happened. You know, they had to review the fucking tape a million times, and ultimately what they decided was it was an illegal kick because she was down, but ultimately it hit her in the neck. So they just ended up taking a point, which is crazy because Melissa Gatto looked like she was out. And then in the post-fight press conference, Jan Barboza even said, like, yeah, she was out cold. So shout out to Melissa Gatto for being a fucking gamer and getting back in there and losing a decision. You know, I thought they should have fucking DQ'd her because clearly she was laying on the fucking ground doing the Nick Diaz against Anderson Silva, striking a pose, and then she just gets soccer kicked in the throat. Ugh, fucking game, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. This weird ass fight card. And then, dude, Trayshawn Gore getting the fucking upset submission. You know, dude, I was talking a lot of shit. Elite Crow, Trayshawn Gore looked good. I'm not gonna take his dub away from him because my man's back was against the wall. He had lost a couple in a row. Now he's what, 6-4 in the UFC. Hopefully he could build on this, and hopefully he could keep on fucking winning, man. Because yeah, he just slimed out a guy who got a bunch of fucking wins. So good on him, bro. Fucking shut me the f up. You feel me, guy? And then in the next fight, we had Alice Pereira to get it done by way of decision, and then she ends up fucking sliming out Haley Cowan. It was actually kind of crazy. She hit her with just a fucking flush knee, dude. Haley Cowan fell back, fucking did the Khalil Roundtree, fucking cleared her nose, snot everywhere, and dude. Shout out to women's MMA right now getting more fucking finishes than men's heavyweight. Absolutely fucking hilarious, but dude, Alice Pereira. Ah, man, she's young. She's 20. Man, shout out to her for getting a fucking finish, dude. So look out for her, man. She's young. She might get a couple losses along the way, but you know she's growing. All right, and then in the next fight, man, we got Lando Venata absolutely getting his ass rocked by fucking Darius Flowers. And you know, shout out to Darius Flowers for getting a fucking win, but dude, he hopped on the mic and was like making it out to be like if it was some sort of crazy dominant win. I get it, dude. He was real emotional. He hadn't had a win in almost fucking 4 years, but brother, you ain't fighting. You know, you're fighting fucking Lando Venata who hadn't had a win in five. You know what I mean? Like, how about you worry about fucking making weight and being a professional and getting on the scale and then, talk all that crazy stuff afterwards. But you know what, man? You got the dub. You know, your back was against the wall. You know, I'm pretty sure you're fighting for your job. So shout out to you. Hopefully, you, dude, you could get a little bit more fucking discipline and, show up better next time. And then in the next fight, man, Alessandro Costa defeats Stuart Nickel via KO. I thought Alessandro Costa was going to be able to fucking submit Stuart Nickel. Dude, Stuart Nickel showed up to fight, dude. He showed up to fight, made it a little bit more competitive than I thought it was going to be. But ultimately, Alessandro Costa fucking found his goddamn chin, dude. So, super sick back and forth fight. Alessandro Costa, man, he's kind of toggle back and forth between wins and losses, but I'm hoping he can find his footing because he got the goods, bro. He's a solid fucking well-rounded flyweight with good fucking striking, bro. With good fucking striking and a lights out submission game. So man, shout out to him for getting it done, and man, look out for him. And then in the next fight, man, your boy got it wrong. Thomas Peterson defeats Jeremy Pat via third round decision. Another fucking weird fight, dude. But you know what? Shout out to Thomas Peterson for showing out because, dude, I thought he was losing 2 rounds to none. That was me. And then in the third round, man, he fucking went after Buddy, dropped him, and then ground and pound, dude. Ground and pound, and I thought he was gonna get a fucking TKO finish. You know what I mean? I thought he was gonna get the fucking finish, bro. But at the end of the fight, I will say because of how fucking the fight cards was going, I thought we were gonna get another fucking crazy bullshit draw, dude. But you know what? Shout out to Thomas Peterson for looking like he fucking did his road work, bro. Because he looked like he actually had some fucking cardio. But like, where the fuck was that against Vitor Petrino, bro? Because I felt like if you did that against Vitor Petrino, you probably would have got the fucking dub against him, dude. And then in the next fight, we had freaking Jose Delano to get the decision over against Roberto Uchala. But dude, it was a real back and forth fight. Roberto Uchala showed up to fight, dude, but freaking Jose Delano was just landing the bigger shots, and what you would call it, Robert Uchala was just eating it, bro. Like at the end of the fight, it looked like Jose Delano didn't even get into a fucking fist fight, dude. Robert Uchala, a fucking tough dog, but like that fight pretty much went exactly like how I thought it was gonna go. And then in the next fight, we had fucking Gratata. You feel me? Fucking Tommy McMillan getting the KO over Mono Ziccini. You feel me? And dude, I am not sold on this dude yet. You know, still to be determined. But you know, he did what he was supposed to do and get that fucking can the fuck out of there. He did get cracked a little bit. Like, dude, like we can't just like not say that he didn't get fucking cracked. But you know what? In a fucking cesspool of dull MMA fighters that have no personality, shout out to the Gratata guy for fucking making a comeback and making MMA at least a little bit interesting when he's around. Just because you know his interviews were goofy, bro. He's kind of just real nonchalant. Yeah, I'm fighting this fettuccine Alfredo guy. You feel me, dog? But yeah, you know, shout out to him for getting that bum out of there because that's what he was supposed to do. And then in the next fight, dude, your boy called it. The Professor Finesser taking Rafael Estevan's fucking dude. First off, shout out to Ethan Ewan for being an absolute fucking dog and a savage on the fucking mic. He said, if you gotta know, I must take it. Like, dog. Sick. Ethan Ewing, an absolute fucking stud, and what a fucking killer performance. As far as Rafael Estevan, like dog, you couldn't even fucking make weight at 135. Like, dude, on this, dude, you need to fucking. Hopefully, the UFC does something with you. Maybe they cut you, and you know you have to earn your way back. But like, dog, three weight misses, and you were an undefeated prospect. Like, get it together. Shout out to Professor Finesser, dog. You feel me? And in the next fight, we had Abdul Rakam Yakiayev defeating Benson Hibero by round one submission. Hey, dude, I thought he was going to be able to freaking slime out that blockhead, but he choked out that blockhead. Abdul Rakam Yakiayev looked like he got the goods, man, and frick, dude, another fucking hammer at 205 pounds, which they need more guys like him, dude. So shout out for him for getting it fucking done, bro. And then in the next fight, like I thought Tabitha Ricci was, you know, I didn't really think she was anything special. And again, dude, Your boy thought Virna Jandiroba was going to be able to submit her, but she got the decision, and like, dude, the fight kind of went like how I thought, dude. I thought Virna Jandiroba was just a way better, all around, more complete fighter, and I don't know why people were real hyped on Tabitha Reed. So shout out to fucking Virna Jandiroba for getting it done. And then, oh, in the main event, your boy got it wrong. But dude, I kind of while watching the fucking fight card, I kind of had a feeling like some shit like this was gonna happen. I was on the main card minute live chat, and I was fucking talking in the live chat saying like, dude, by the way that this fucking card's going, I might put a fucking flyer on Moicano, dude. And shout out to fucking Moicano for getting it done, bro. Because, dude, I felt like he knew because they kind of trained. They said that they didn't train together, but I'm pretty sure that they kind of trained with some people in like the same areas. You know what I mean? That Money Moicano probably knew that he had his fucking number in the fucking grappling. It was a real competitive back and forth fight, and once Money got his back in the second round, it was a fucking wrap, son. Money Moicano's grappling is severely underrated. I feel like maybe he should fucking fight Patty next. Give Patty a little comeback fight. Give Money some shine because damn, dude, Money just kicked off another fucking prospect, bro. First fucking Benoit Saint Denis, now fucking Chris Duncan. Damn, dude, Chris Duncan's a fucking savage, but if he couldn't get over the hump against fucking Hanato Moicano, dude, like, fuck, man. That's kind of crazy, dude. All in all, dude, your boy got, your boy just didn't do too well. I got 8 predictions out of 13, so that's not the worst, but that's not the best. But these fucking fight cards are super fucking unpredictable. Crazy shit constantly happens in the UFC. So, all in all, this fight card wasn't terrible. A lot of interesting shit to happen on it, which was really dope. You know what I mean? We going back to Pride. We going back to the Pride rules. We got people getting soccer kicked. We got blockheads getting choked out on this fight card. We got Rob Schneider getting a fucking dub and Virna Jandiroba. Like, all in all, dude, the Professor Vanessa fucking taking prospects. Oh, all in all, dude, for a shitty fight night, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best, but you know what? We degenerate MMA fans, and we always gonna watch that shit, regardless. Unfortunately, because unfortunately, we've been kind of groomed to be part of the system where we just need MMA content constantly. You feel me, guy? Yo, all in all, that wasn't a bad night of fights. A lot of interesting stuff to happen. Your boy went 8-13. Not the worst, not the best, but all in all, we just doing the picks for fun because we just enjoy the fights. All in all, not a bad night of fights. Yo, like, share, and subscribe. We coming back next week. Y'all already know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe, and always, I mean always, stay elevated, dog.